Apple Card is the perfect cashback rewards credit card. You earn up to 3% daily cash on every purchase every day. That's 3% on your favorite products at Apple, 2% on all other Apple Card with Apple Pay purchases, and 1% on anything you buy with your titanium Apple Card or virtual card number. Visit apple.co/card calculator to see how much you can earn. Apple Card issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Hey, John, welcome.
Thank you.
I'll take the kind of obvious question with someone with your background. What was it like growing up, watching your dad go against the Giants, going against Michael Strahan?
Yeah, Dad played for the Eagles for 9 years. Grew up in South Jersey. I kind of understand the whole NFC East rivalry between all these teams here, and it's just some tough, gritty football. And watching my dad and Michael go at it twice a year was always fun. Growing up, staying up late, watching that battle go down on Monday night and Sunday Night Football, and I'm just happy to be part of it. It was a really special part of my childhood, and I'm excited to go forward. Implement my own story going forward.
And as far as yourself, I know you played both sides. Are you more comfortable on the left or the right?
I mean, I've kind of split both sides, left and right, my whole career. I mean, I think if I were to choose, I probably would say left, but I mean, I feel comfortable at both sides of the ball, and it doesn't really matter. My whole career, I just always wanted to get on the field and stay on the field and play football, and that's what I'm here to do.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yep.
Brian Dunleavy.
Hey, John, thanks for doing this.
Of course.
Can you take us through the process of how you ended up with the Giants? Like, did you feel like you had a lot of offers? Did the Giants call you right at noon, or call your agent right at noon? Like, how did that happen?
We kind of had an inclination early on, in the process of gathering information. Kind of got a handful of teams that were showing a lot of interest early on, and kind of felt like the Giants were definitely at the top of the list. And as things went on, and Monday morning at noon came along, the Giants and a couple other teams were early to throw offers in, and I was really excited. The Giants really proved to me that they liked me a lot, and being close to home too. My home base is just about an hour and a half away from here, so being able to do that, being in New York, great football city, and I'm just so excited to be here. Really excited to be a Giant.
Kind of like Philadelphia, the offensive line with New York, it's not a place offensive linemen fly under the radar. There's a lot of attention paid to the offensive line in New York, probably because when they were winning Super Bowls, it was great, and in the last 10 years, they haven't been able to figure it out. So how do you accept that challenge of offensive linemen getting a lot of attention here, and how confident are you that you can be a piece to finally fix it, and Jermaine too, obviously?
Definitely. I've only watched so much from the outside. I don't really know everything that's going on here, but I'm just coming in, a hard work and great attitude, and try to fit in here and mesh with these guys. And I think we got some really good pieces around here, and it's going to take a little bit. It's only March. Training camps, however many months away, but I'm excited to get to work with these guys, get to know them, and I feel like got a good group of guys, and we'll be ready by the time the season comes around, and I think we'll start really building that toughness and that edge that, like you guys have been said, it's kind of been missing on this O-line for 10 years, and that's the direction that this team's got to go. It's got to start up front with this O-line, and we're really going to carry that on our backs.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Kim Jones.
Hey, John, how are you? Congratulations.
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Excited to be here.
I'm old enough that I remember your dad's battles with Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
And I believe Michael wished you well publicly on I guess Twitter or one of the avenues. What does that kind of relationship that your dad had with him, and now Michael's the one reaching out as well to congratulate you, mean to you?
Yeah, it's awesome. My dad and Michael, even though that on the field they were bitter rivals, after the game, I remember it for years and years. And every year, Michael would always be waiting outside the team bus, and he and my dad had always chatted up after the games, and I'd be standing right there. And obviously at the time I was a big Eagles fan, and I was always a huge fan of Michael, even though he and my dad had such hard and physical battles throughout the years. But it's really awesome. Kind of feels like it's coming full circle and everything. I remember Michael being generous enough to invite me and my family to his Hall of Fame induction in Canton. And that was really special too. And I know Michael's laughing and feels like he's got a leg up on my dad that he was able to pull me over here to the Giants. And it's a really awesome moment. And I'm sure Michael's giving my dad a lot of stuff for that. But I'm so fired up to be here and be a Giant and be over here in New York.
I really appreciate that answer. Have you heard from Michael since you were drafted, like personally?
I haven't heard from him personally, but I know he does have communication with my dad. So, I'm sure they talk a lot. Not directly to me, but I know they do.
I got you. Thank you, John, very much. I look forward to talking to you in the locker room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Howdy, Trina.
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. John, I'm also old enough to remember your dad's battles with Michael Strahan, and I'm just wondering, the game has changed somewhat since your dad played. What lessons have you learned from your father that you have taken forth in your own career, and how have they played out for you?
Yeah, my dad played 14 years in the NFL, and that's rarely missed a game in his career, and that's not really by mistake. He's kind of, over the years, instilled a work ethic and attitude, and just this sense of toughness that you're going to be out there and you're going to play for your team. And that's how I felt about playing football my whole career, going back to Michigan and being with the Packers and coming here. I haven't missed a game in my professional career, and that's something I take a lot of pride in, my versatility, my dependability, and that's what I'm excited to come here and bring to New York.
Did you also at high school or college at any point in your life, did you wrestle or do anything like to improve balance or help you with offensive line play?
That is one thing that I did not do, but I wish I did. I wish growing up I would have did a little bit of wrestling in high school. But other than that, I played basketball a lot. That was one sport that my family really pushed me to play, me and my sisters to play basketball, because I feel like that's a great kind of game to transition to offensive line play with all the sudden quick movements, and especially like that for a big guy playing footwork. So that was definitely something I wish I did. I wish I wrestled, but I was more of a basketball player growing up.
Thank you, John, and good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We'll take two more, Art Stapleton and then Tom Canan.
Hey, John, welcome.
Thank you very much.
So much is made about the Giants-Eagles rivalry. You mentioned, obviously, you've been on that one part of it. But did it ever get to the point where, when these couple teams were interested in you, that you looked at it and did the Giants ever get a mark against, or did you ever think about what it'd be like to play for the Giants because you were such, you had such devotion to the Eagles?
That's a good question. I mean, not really. I mean, growing up, I obviously was an Eagles fan for a long time, but that obviously went away once I started, understanding that there was potential of me being able to, play in the NFL, and then got drafted by the Packers in 2020. So from there on out, I no longer have any Eagles fandom in my body at all, and I'm excited to be here in New York, and there was no marks against any team, and I just wanted to go to a place that I felt like I was wanted and appreciated, and I found that in New York, and I'm going to try to, give back to them and give them my all out there, every Sunday.
Have you had a chance to speak yet with Carmen Brasillo?
I did.
New line coach here. What's your impressions early on, and did you have any previous relationship with him?
I did. Met him in the hallway real quickly before this, and me and him have kind of a funny history. back in 2019, he was with the Patriots and he came to Michigan, and I was with my buddy Mike Onwenu, and we were sitting there. They were running us through a meeting before our pro day, and as soon as that meeting was over, he let us know that our pro day got canceled because there was this thing called COVID-19 going around. So that was a kind of like where were you moment when you found out about that. So it was good to see him again, and excited to get to work with him and the rest of the guys in the room.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Last one, Tom Canan.
Hey, John, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Tom. How are you?
Good. I'm not as old as Kim or Patty, so you don't have to worry about me talking about Strahan. Quick question, though. I mean, was there any hesitation about coming to a team that gave up 85 sacks last year?
No, there's no hesitation in that. There's not much I can do to, change what's happened in the past. I'm kind of just focused on going forward on here and, building this team and this unit. Daniel Jones, when he's on his feet and he's healthy, he's a dangerous quarterback, and I think he showed that 2 years ago. So keeping him on his feet and healthy, getting this run game going, and that's going to start up front. And I think that's a really big responsibility that you have is, when you decide to play the offensive line position. So we're going to take a lot of pride in that. We're going to work hard every day and just try to get better and do whatever we can to make this Giant team go forward and, win the NFC East. And that's our goal, again, the playoffs.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot. Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.